If you're working towards Microsoft credentials in 2026, this is something you'll want to pay attention to, as Microsoft is already retiring some applied skills, and 2 of them are going away sooner than you might expect. And
as you may have heard recently, that no one likes the recent changes we've made to our flagship Microsoft Office software.
For decades, Microsoft Office powered the documents, spreadsheets, and presentations that defined everyday work. Now, Microsoft is retiring several older Office versions as it shifts toward newer cloud-based tools. The familiar software suite that shaped modern Office productivity is slowly being phased out.
Microsoft is retiring some of its most popular fundamental certifications, including the MS900, MB910, and the MB920. So if you're planning to get certified, this is a pretty big change. And
now let's talk about what's actually happening here, because behind the dramatic headlines and internet speculation lies a very real shift inside Microsoft's ecosystem. In 2026, a massive list of Microsoft products is reaching retirement, end of servicing, or end of support. And among the most noticeable names on that list are the familiar faces of Office 2021, Access, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneNote, Publisher, Visio, and Project.
Microsoft is killing the legendary Wordpad after 28 years. First released with the Windows 95, it was designed to be a more advanced version of Notepad, which thankfully is still here to stay.
According to Microsoft's lifecycle schedule, these products will officially retire on October 13th, 2026. That date might sound far away, but in the tech world, it's basically tomorrow. And once that retirement date hits, things change quickly. There will be no new security updates, no bug fixes, no assisted support, and no fresh technical documentation. In simple terms, the software won't suddenly stop working, but it will stop evolving. It becomes frozen in time, perfectly functional, but increasingly vulnerable.
They recommend Microsoft Word as a replacement for rich text documents and Windows Notepad for plain text documents. This decision may be related to security concerns, as malware exploited Wordpad earlier this year.
Now, if you're wondering why Microsoft would retire something as iconic as Office, the answer isn't actually dramatic. It's strategic. Over the past decade, Microsoft has been slowly pushing users toward its subscription-based ecosystem, primarily Microsoft 365. Unlike traditional Office releases that users install once and keep for years, Microsoft 365 runs on a continuous update model. That means users receive new features, security improvements, and cloud integration automatically.
The decline of Microsoft Windows, and it's kind of coming sooner than I thought. Now, it's not just going to be all sudden like, hey, everyone has to switch from Windows tomorrow.
From Microsoft's perspective, it makes perfect sense. Maintaining dozens of old software versions is expensive and inefficient. By focusing on fewer platforms that update continuously, the company can deliver new features faster and maintain stronger security standards. But for millions of users around the world, this shift feels like the end of an era. For years, people loved the simplicity of the traditional Office model. Buy the software once, install it, and use it for as long as your computer survives. No subscriptions, no recurring payments, no cloud dependencies.
Microsoft deprecated the classic Windows Paint application but made it available through the Microsoft Store due to popular demand. They are also phasing out Cortana and replacing it with Windows.
It was predictable, stable, and familiar. Now, with retirement dates looming over standalone versions like Office 2021 and Office LTSC 2021, many users are realizing that the old model is quietly disappearing. And it's not just Office being affected. Microsoft's 2026 lifecycle timeline includes dozens of products across its ecosystem. Some are enterprise tools that everyday users rarely hear about, but they play major roles behind the scenes in businesses and organizations. For example, several versions of Dynamics Business Software are reaching the end of support.
So it was in this weird place in between the very basic Notepad and the advanced Microsoft Word. Personally, and I know this is subjective and a total nitpick by the way, but I didn't really like Wordpad's interface. Notepad was always my go-to program when I needed to write something down. Let me know if you will miss the Wordpad.
Visual Studio 2022 versions are also approaching lifecycle transitions. Even long-standing enterprise platforms like SharePoint Server 2016 and SharePoint Server 2019 will reach their end-of-support milestones in July 2026. Then there's SQL Server 2016, another heavyweight product used by organizations worldwide for database management. Its support lifecycle is also scheduled to end in 2026, meaning companies relying on that platform will need to upgrade or migrate to newer versions.
In a blog post on the Microsoft tech community, Microsoft announced that several fundamentals exams will be retired by the end of 2025.
And while all of that may sound like routine corporate housekeeping, the reality is that these transitions have massive ripple effects. Businesses must plan upgrades, migrate data, retrain employees, and sometimes rebuild entire workflows just to stay supported and secure. In other words, when Microsoft retires a product, it's not just a software update, it's an operational earthquake for companies that rely on that technology every day. But wait, because the story gets even bigger when we look beyond Office and enterprise tools.
This includes, honestly, some of the most popular fundamentals exams, such as the MS900, Microsoft 365 Certified Fundamentals, MB910, Microsoft Dynamics 365.
Microsoft's Azure ecosystem is also undergoing significant changes in 2026. Numerous APIs, services, and development tools are scheduled for retirement throughout the year. These include older versions of computer vision APIs, speech-to-text interfaces, and several cloud service integrations. For developers and cloud engineers, these changes mean one thing: modernization is mandatory. Old systems must be upgraded, rewritten, or replaced with newer Azure services that Microsoft continues to support.
The first applied skill is APL 3004, or more commonly known as Build an Azure AI Vision Solution. This one validates your ability to build computer vision solutions.
This is part of a broader pattern across the entire tech industry. Software companies are shifting toward cloud-based platforms and subscription services. Instead of static software that remains unchanged for years, modern platforms evolve constantly through updates and cloud infrastructure. For some users, that's a huge advantage. New features arrive faster, security threats are addressed quickly, and collaboration tools become more powerful through cloud integration.
I have even more bad news. This applied skill is currently down for maintenance, and with only a few weeks to go before official retirement.
But for others, especially longtime Office users who grew up with CD installations and permanent licenses, it can feel like the ground beneath them is shifting. And that's where the internet drama starts to appear. Whenever a company like Microsoft retires a well-known product, rumors spread quickly. Headlines become dramatic. Social media threads explode with speculation. Suddenly, phrases like "pulling the plug" and "end of an era" start trending across tech forums and YouTube comment sections.
Our next retiring applied skill is APL 2002, more commonly known as Develop an ASP.NET Core web app that consumes an API.
But the truth is, usually far less explosive. Microsoft isn't suddenly deleting Office from existence. Instead, it's continuing a transition that has been happening for more than a decade. Office isn't disappearing, it's evolving into a cloud-connected platform designed for the modern workplace. In fact, Microsoft 365 already includes the familiar applications people know: Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and more. The difference is that these apps are now deeply connected to online storage, collaboration tools, and artificial intelligence features.
The sad news is that, well, this one is also retiring, and it's also pretty soon on January 30th, 2026?
For example, cloud-based document collaboration allows multiple people to edit the same file simultaneously from different locations. Integrated AI tools can help summarize documents, analyze data, and generate content suggestions. Security updates happen automatically without requiring manual installations. These are capabilities that older standalone Office versions were never designed to support. So when Microsoft schedules retirement dates for legacy products, it's essentially drawing a line between two eras of software.
You might be wondering, since this applied skill is retiring, is it even worth it for you to do? Well, first of all, applied skills do not expire.
On one side is the traditional model of fixed releases. On the other is the evolving world of cloud services, continuous updates, and connected platforms. And if history tells us anything, the tech industry rarely moves backward. Still, transitions like this always come with mixed reactions. Some users embrace the future immediately. Others hold on to older systems for as long as possible. And a few simply ignore the news until their IT department knocks on the door and says, "Yeah, we need to upgrade everything."
Until January 30th, 2028, and after that, it will move to historical credentials. But the important part is that it will remain on your transcript.
That's why lifecycle announcements like the 2026 retirement schedule are so important. They give businesses and individuals time to prepare before support disappears. Because once that support window closes, the risks increase. Unsupported software becomes vulnerable to security threats, compatibility issues, and performance problems as new operating systems and technologies evolve. And that brings us back to the bigger picture. Microsoft's 2026 lifecycle changes aren't just about retiring old products. They're about reshaping the company's entire technology strategy for the next decade.
What do you think about those applied skills retiring? Do you still plan to take APL 2002 before it goes away?
The focus is shifting toward cloud services, AI integration, and continuously updated platforms that evolve alongside modern computing demands. In many ways, this transition mirrors what happened in other industries. Music moved from CDs to streaming. Movies shifted from DVDs to online platforms. Software is simply following the same pattern, moving away from static ownership toward dynamic services. Whether users love that change or hate it, the direction is clear.
Do you think that it's a skill that nobody really cares about anymore, at least from a credential point of view?
So the next time you open Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, just remember, the tools may look familiar, but behind the scenes, the entire system is evolving faster than ever. And if history is any indication, Microsoft isn't just retiring old software, it's preparing the stage for whatever the future of productivity looks like next.